Hey everyone, it's Nathan Crosby. Really happy to be talking today with Chris Pappas joining us from out in Ontario, where I imagine you're at your home with not a ton to do, just like the rest of us. How are things and how have you been managing life in the last month?
Yeah, I mean, everything's kind of as good as it can be. It's a little tough way to end the season there, but no, like as I said, trying to be as good as I can be. There's not really much to do around here. Trying to go for walks, kind of keep busy, do a couple of workouts in the basement, but all is well, but not too much going on for sure.
What Netflix shows can you recommend?
I actually haven't been on Netflix too much, to be quite honest with you. I've been doing too much gaming, but I don't know. I kind of watch a couple of shows, watch Suits, watch Prison Break, but I don't know. Not too much Netflix for me these days.
Well, we did a player poll, I don't know, a month or so ago, and everyone on the team voted you the best gamer on the team. And you told me a funny story about how you kind of got in a little bit of trouble over that.
Oh yeah. As soon as that came out, my mom sent me a text being like, "What have you been up to?" And like, she even parents aren't always for gaming, and they're always on when you're on the thing. So she obviously wasn't too happy to see that, but whatever.
Hey, sorry that I got you in trouble
It's a
there.
nice, it's a nice throne to have for sure.
But obviously, you haven't let it affect your schooling because during this shutdown, some positive news that we found out a week ago that you've committed to St. Lawrence. That's awesome. Congratulations. How long have that been in the works?
So probably about a couple months before it happened, they were always just kind of in the loop, talking to them here or there. But then, things came down to it, and an opportunity arose, and I thought it was the best fit for me, in my opinion. It just works best for me as a player. Lots of opportunity. Um, I think it's just best case for what I need to improve as a player and develop. So, yeah.
So why is it that it's a good fit for you?
So, I mean, I like the aspect that it's close to home. It's only about 4 hours door to door, and they just renovated the rink. It's beautiful. It's a very good academic school and small school, which I was looking for. I don't know. There's like a lot of things that I like about it and very few that I like. There's not very much that I don't like about it. So I just figured it's a good fit for me.
That's great to hear. And what do you hope to study?
So I'm trying to figure that out still. Their business program is obviously very good. They have a very good economics program. They also have an engineering program, but the coaches say that's a little tougher to study, which is kind of what I wanted to go into. But I think I'll have to figure it out with the way the hockey works and stuff, and then we'll kind of figure it out from there. But I'm not too sure yet about that part.
As for your first year in Brooks, obviously the ending was not something we could have ever predicted, but you ended up with a very strong year. You get the D1 commitment. You really grew as a player too, because at the final game, you were given the most improved player trophy from the team, which was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Um, what did you take away from your first year?
I took away a lot, actually. I mean, I think I really, really grew as a person off the ice and as a player on the ice, of course. I have a big thanks to Pap and Scotty for being there for me throughout the whole thing, developing me as a player, and of course all the guys in the locker room. Like, just such a good situation last year, and like the transition going into it with my billets made it so easy to start the year off. And there's just so many things about this year that I took away from myself, and I was able to mature as a man and stuff. So I don't know, like there's so many things that you could talk about, but at the end, like I just think for me, like I think I really grew. I think I really grew as a player and grew off the ice as a person. And I think I also really matured and realized some things about myself I never really knew. So,
Do you think your perspective of this team, this place, changed from the beginning of the year as it progressed?
oh, well, 100%. I mean, my situation was a little weird because I got traded there a couple days before camp, and then I just showed up, never been there, and didn't really know much about the program, never seen the rink or anything. So I didn't really know what to expect. And when I got there, I was just like, wow, like we were practice like 2.5 hours a day, or like in the gym, or doing video. And I wasn't really used to a program like that. And of course, it took some getting used to at the start. But as you're there and you're there continuously, like you really starts to grow on you, and it's something that you really cherish, especially in times like these when you're just sitting at home doing nothing, and like you give everything to be on the ice for like a 9:30, 10 o'clock practice, like one more time. So
In terms of your hockey game, what area do you think you grew the most in this year?
I mean, I definitely grew a lot. I grew a lot of confidence as a player, like offensively. That's for sure one thing in my game that I need to excel to make plays and stuff like that. And I also think that I grew in my defensive zone awareness. Like, I don't know, the way that Pap and Scotty teach it and break it down just really helped me understand like my responsibilities of what to do as a winger. And I play a little bit of center. And I just think that like that was a part of my game I needed to improve. And I think I definitely did that this year. And again, like it's because of the developments that's there for that to happen. So
you could really see the group become really tight knit, because it was a pretty new group we had this year, coming off a year where we hosted nationals. There was a lot of new players thrown in, and you guys seem to really start to click there. You guys been keeping in touch here during this whole shutdown?
Oh yeah, for sure. We've had a couple Zoom calls, always checking on the guys. I try and stay in touch with everyone, but of course there's a lot of guys to talk to. So try and organize these Zoom calls so we can get a little chance to talk to everyone. It's definitely hard because, everyone lives across the country in the US and stuff, but I've definitely tried my best to stay in touch with everyone and making sure everyone's all good. So.
And how about your family? How are they doing right now?
Family's all good. I mean, my brother and sister, they're back home as well. So I think my mom was happy for the first bit, but when there's 6 people in the house, because my brother's girlfriend is here as well, and there's 6 people in the house, it gets a little hectic. So, we're just making do with what we got. It's nice to have a lot of people around sometimes, but sometimes it can get a little hectic, as I said. So, it's all good.
That's great. I think the next few months, we don't know what's going to happen here in the next few months, but I think what will you be doing to prepare yourself, make sure that when life returns to normal, you'll be ready?
So I've talked to my gym trainer, and then I also talked to my on ice coach. So I'm just gonna kind of like play it by week with them to see like if we can ever like if the rink opens back up or when things start to open back up, we can get back on the ice and get going. But as of right now, I'm just trying to stay busy, like going on runs and stuff and shooting pucks in the driveway and doing little workouts downstairs. But at the end of the day, you gotta make do with what you have. And if I'm not gonna, if I don't have the opportunity to stay in the gym and stuff like that, then I gotta make do with what I have at my house. And if that's shooting pucks and doing core workouts and doing with what I have with the weights downstairs, that'll be that. But I'll make sure that I'm ready for the year next year.
Looking at the golf pictures on your wall behind you there, are those yours, or who's the golfer in the family?
So our whole family's golfers. My mom and dad cherish the sport. They go everywhere. They travel all over to golf and stuff. And we play here in Toronto at St. George's. So we're all big golfers. I enjoy golfing because it's a nice hobby for me in the off season, to kind of get away from the game and stuff and, just take some time to myself. And I got a lot of buddies that I like to golf with. So just kind of something that we like to do together, get our mind off stuff and, just have some fun on the golf course.
Have you golfed in Brooks?
I never golfed in Brooks. I didn't bring the clubs out there.
Okay, well, put it on your list. We got a nice little track out here.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Chris, congratulations on St. Lawrence. That's awesome news. And I think we needed it. We needed some good news in the last few weeks.
For sure.
Down. So I'm really happy for you. All the best to you and your family, and looking forward to catching up with you.
All right. Thanks a lot.